Hi, Mary from Reviewer's Diary. First I want to say that I'm not liking the makeup I have on today. Today I used one of my little tiny treasures, the Smashbox BB cream. I think it requires a sponge. I used a brush. It went on very streaky over my sunscreen, which I used as my base. And I was really not happy with it. So then I powdered it. I just have done so many things to it to try to make it work. And I think it needs to be put on with a sponge. It's very heavy. To call it a BB cream might be a misnomer. It's actually like heavy like a foundation. So anyway, the reason I am back is I had promised you guys that I would come back and talk about my experience with these Derma E products. First, I want to get out of the way that this is actually going to somebody that I'm trading something with on my subscription addiction swap. She's making a very generous trade, so I'm throwing a couple of things in. This actually was not really of interest to me. It's a Derma E Purifying 2-in-1 charcoal mask. I have so many masks that I don't even need to try this. I have to say that I'm disappointed in the brand as a whole, so it won't hurt me to get rid of that. So that actually is not part of this anymore. I did try everything else, however. Okay, so let me start first with the Anti-Wrinkle Cleanser Vitamin A and Glycolic Acid. This actually was really nice, and I would be happy to use this again in the future. I like it enough that I would consider buying it in the future, but it also didn't have anything all that special about it that I haven't experienced with other things. Let me just get a little more light on the subject. Me. But I did really like this, and I did use quite a bit of it. But, and I'll finish it, definitely, but I don't know if I'd go out of my way on this one or not, because it feels very similar to a lot of the cleansers that I've used in the past. Following the cleanser was a product that I didn't think I was going to be able to continue to use, and that is the Anti-Wrinkle Toner, Vitamin A and Glycolic Acid. Now, at first, I thought that the problem was because it was scented, and then I realized it's not really. See, I used quite a bit of it. It's already 2 here. It wasn't really the scent that was giving me trouble. It was more so the glycolic acid, which I've been kind of like not taking great care of my skin at all. So my skin, where I was used to using a lot of different products that were, I'll get you a little closer, maybe the light will be better, where, strong products, where my skin was used to them. I don't think my skin was very used to glycolic acid anymore. So I decided, in spite of thinking it was the scent, I decided to continue to use it and see what happened. After I laid off for a few days, I thought, let me give it a little more time. And honestly, I saw a dramatic difference in my skin. The glycolic acid is, I don't know what the percentage is because I've watched all kinds of videos about glycolic acids, and apparently Derma E won't reveal what their percentage is, but I have to say that if I had a reaction right away, that it has to be pretty high. I really did like this after giving it a second chance, and I think I would consider buying this, maybe. I would consider it if there was no other glycolic that comes close to as strong as this ended up being. So this actually was, ended up starting out as thinking this was just going to be nothing but a big disappointment, but it ended up working out really well for me. So, which is a complete turnaround. See, sometimes you give a little bit more time to a product and you realize that, hey, I kind of misjudged you. All right, there's also this Even Tone Brightening Serum. It's with vitamin B3 and vitamin C and licorice extract. I didn't really see much of a difference using this in my skin. I just didn't see it. You know what? I'll finish it because that's what I do. But I didn't see a huge difference in my skin with this. But then again, you have to use something consistently, probably for 30 days before you actually see a difference. So, you know, that's a possibility that that might have been a problem. The overnight peel, I left it in the box. I put it back in the box, I should say. It's AHA's in a suspension that you put on before you put on your night cream. And is it white? No, I think the bottle just white. Yeah. No, it's actually white. There we go. And you see, I didn't even pay attention to what color it was when I used it. This, I honestly didn't notice any difference at all in my skin. But then again, is this another product that you have to use for 30 days before you actually see a difference? And so I think I have to give this more time. Definitely give it more than just 1 or 2 nights and try using it a little bit more often. Okay, now the losers. Let me just rub that in. Yeah, that actually feels pretty good. Oh, actually, let me do a winner before I go into the losers. I love this oil. I got this oil long before I got all the other Derma E products, and I hadn't been using it until I started this Derma E challenge. And this is the Radiant Glow Face Oil. Now, you can see there are little particles of like glittery, very fine glittery stuff floating around inside. That's because I shook it up. It does tend to settle. So then what you're left with is an amber oil. But, you know, I kind of like the little floating stuff. It's just like a really nice oil. It really is. Anyway, it's oil, and so there we go. And you can see it's not leaving like a shimmer on my hand. It doesn't. What it does is it makes your skin look healthy without looking all shimmery. So yeah, I really like that oil, man. I do like this, and I think I will be using this probably for the rest of my life. There are a couple oils that I really love, and now that is one of them. Okay, now for the duds. The Hydrating Night Cream, I'll talk about that after I go over the Derma E Micro Dermabrasion. Now, you know, you can see I used a healthy amount of that. It is just like Noxzema with sand in it. It has whatever is in Noxzema that makes it like, I think it might be camphor, but I'm not positive. I'm not a ingredients person. I really should have looked up all the ingredients before I came on here, but I thought it was kind of important for me to update you guys. If you like Noxzema, then you will like this scrub. I have never liked Noxzema. I think I used it a couple times when I was a teenager and had some trouble with breakouts, but not much, because even back then when my skin was young and strong, it was too irritating. This even smells like Noxzema. I don't think that I'm going to even finish this. And I know my daughter won't want it because she has her skincare down pat. She's using a lot of K-Beauty and Snail Mucin or whatever products. So she's kind of like decided where her skin is doing the best. I kind of envy her because I try all kinds of things and, you know, I never know quite what I want to do. So anyway, this is horrible. Some people probably love this. I'm glad this was a sample size jar. It's like a travel size, I guess you could say. you know, the temptation for me is to go right back in there and try it again, but then all I can say is it's Noxzema in a jar with some microdermabrasion tiny particles. One good thing about this is the particles were very small, so there was not this scratchy feeling. It just was, they were definitely circulated throughout the entire scrub, but they were tiny and they didn't irritate my skin, which I know a lot of things can really irritate your skin when it comes to like getting scratches and stuff from doing dermabrasion scrubs. So this is a physical exfoliant that is Noxzema in a jar. Sorry guys. Okay, the night cream. Actually, I will use this as a sleeping mask because it is so heavy, like so heavy. My oily skin girls out there, you may not want to use this. It's extremely heavy. Let me see, is this one the one I opened? Yeah, so you can see I used half this jar. And it has no scent, which is beautiful. I'm sure there's some cover-up type scent. A lot of things that are unscented have some form of a scent mechanism to kill off the natural and sometimes disgusting smells of things, you know, that would otherwise be in your cosmetics. So this night cream is super, super heavy. What I ended up doing is putting a light moisturizer on, you know, of course a serum, light moisturizer, and then this as like a sleeping night, you know, mask type moisturizer. It's very heavy, very, very heavy night cream, and I'll use it all up because I do like to use sleeping masks and things like that on my skin, but I don't think I would buy it as main moisturizer again. I think I would just use it as a sleeping mask. So finally there is this cream, and yeah, this doesn't expire till November 2021. How about that? I have such mixed feelings about this. This is a very nice cream, and it seems like it sinks in really quick, but it doesn't, you know what I mean? It's like, it feels like, okay, yeah, that's nice and watery. No, it's not. Oh yeah, actually it's right on the surface of my skin. It doesn't sink in very well. It's, some people who are super dry, my skin is, let me start out by, my skin is normal, quote unquote normal. I'm neither dry and I am not oily. I am sometimes sensitive, but rarely. So my skin is kind of sturdy. It's gotten used to using a lot of strong chemical stuff. I know I can use Retin A. I can use anything. So anyway, this Derma E Anti-Wrinkle Renewal Cream, I think I'm going to be using this more as a body lotion. I tried really hard because I love big jars of stuff. I'm an idiot that way. But I really tried to like this as a facial moisturizer. But I gotta tell you, I just didn't. It's like, even the stuff that I put on my hand, it has like a waxy feel. Maybe this could be like a sleeping mask, but honestly I think this would end up being a nicer moisturizer for body. So that's how I'm going to use this. So on the whole, my experience was good with the face wash, and ended up being good with the glycolic acid toner. If you have oily skin, you're gonna love this, but it's strong. It's definitely very strong. So these ended up working out very well, to the point where I would consider buying them again. The Serum, not so much. Didn't feel like it did anything. The peel, I used it a couple nights, didn't feel like it really did anything. I don't know that it's very strong. It didn't irritate my skin. The oil, it has always been one of my favorites. And, you know, just to sum up, these little jars, the only one that was a total bombed out loser was the microdermabrasion, which is gonna honestly go in the trash. Sorry. I know people hate it when I throw stuff away. I'm much less merciful to stuff that is just not good, and I know that my daughter's not going to use it, and my friends won't use it, so it's like, okay, so this is like Noxzema in a jar. And these are too heavy to be considered just a regular old night cream. They really are, like, it felt better to just put a nice watery cream on and then put this on as a sleeping mask. And this just became a body moisturizer. So, you know, obviously it's a mixed bag here. I liked some things and I didn't like some other things. And, you know, or I didn't get much of a reaction from some of the other things. So that is that with this skincare trial. And now I'm going to introduce you to my next skincare regimen. So stay tuned. Okay, so, you know, I'm a member of FabFitFun, and as a FabFitFun member, you often get things at a greatly reduced price. I mean, hugely. That is one of the benefits of being a member. That having been said, I'm probably not going to rejoin after my spring box arrives. That is the last box of my 1-year subscription. I really don't need to keep getting it, and I don't have the financial wherewithal to get it. But while a member there, now I did have one of these things before, and you can see marks on it. I had this AHA BHA exfoliating cleanser. This stuff is bangerangs. It's like awesome stuff. It's like strong and not overstripping at the same time. I have to say though, I got a sample. Why is it that sometimes like samples, like sample mascaras and sample creams and sample soap wash, you know, and stuff like that end up being better than the full size? Like Perversion, my favorite mascara, is awesome when it's a sample size, but when you get the larger size, it's like putting on a wetsuit. So anyway, back to the subject at hand. The next skincare is going to be Murad. I have 3 Murad products here. I will sub in a like a serum from another brand because I don't have a Murad serum, but I do have enough here to run a skincare challenge. So I have the AHA BHA exfoliating cleanser. Now I have not, other than having that sample tube that I had a while ago, I have not actually used this for an extended period, so I don't know what the effect would be if I use it like for like say 2 to 3 weeks straight. So I am curious to see how my skin is when that happens. Now, of course, I have a lot of makeup on today, so you can't really see my skin. I'll do a get ready with me so you can see what my skin looks like. I'll try to do that tomorrow. But I think that this is going to probably make some kind of a difference. So I also bought from FabFitFun. I did not pay full price for these things, but this did come out of my own wallet. Murad Hydration Refreshing Cleanser. Now this is the hydration line. It comes in purple packaging. And I have never tried this, so I don't know if I'm going to like it or not, but I have to assume that I probably will. This is full. I have never tried it, so that's going to be something that I'll be trying with this challenge. I also bought a face spray. It came in this box, which I'm going to just discard. And it's the Hydrating Toner. And it's basically a facial mist that you spray on, and I don't know if, I can't imagine that it would be drying. I don't actually, I will read the box and see. I usually shake liquid products up, but sometimes that's not necessary, but I might do that with this because I can't really see well through the bottle. So I can't see whether it's like a biphasal or anything. You know, like this is clearly a you know, this Pixie Glow Mist. I had the opportunity to get a 5-ounce bottle of this in the FabFitFun sale, but I didn't have the money for it. We hit a rough patch. I got actually really depressed because we got a $25,000 medical bill that we can't pay. That's a whole different video, which I'm gonna do a video for you guys so you know what's going on in my life. I do share a lot with you guys and I don't feel bad about that. But anyway, this stuff you have to shake up. So I can't see whether you have to shake this up. It looks clear, but I would probably give it a quick shake anyway. So this mist, I think I'm gonna run out of battery power soon. And I also got this moisturizer. Now I bought these things, not this past sale, but the sale before that, when I had birthday money that I was able to use. So yeah, I don't want to sound fiscally irresponsible to you guys. I don't know why that matters, but I'm trying to be wise. So anyway, this is the Murad Hydration Hydrodynamic Ultimate Moisture Hydrant Intense Hydro. Jeez, it's long. Let me see, what does it say on the, it says Murad Hydration Hydrodynamic Ultimate Moisture is basically what it's called. And so it comes in this jar, which I'm now going to open. And wow, they do not kid around. This jar is like overflowing. It's so full. So kudos to Murad for generously filling their product containers so that, you know, it's like all this stuff is starting out new, except for this. This I had having a project and I never used it really, but except for a couple times, so it's only down to there, but I assume that it's going to be down further by the time I finish with these 4 products. So this is going to be my next challenge, and it's going to be the facial BHA, the hydrating cleanser, the spray toner, and this cream. Now, if this ends up being super heavy, I might end up just using this at night. So we have to play it by ear. Right now I have Strivectin in my bathroom, and it is like so nice for during the day. It's like, I'll review those products soon. They're like blissfully nice. But anyway, this might end up being heavy enough that I'll use this at night and continue to use my Strivectin during the day. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that video, this update. If you have any questions, please post them down below. I'll keep trying stuff. Wow, I got a half a brush here. Look at that. My daughter gave me a bunch of her brushes and one of them appears to be broken. So, you know, I will definitely be back to fill you guys in on more on this new skincare, which I'm very excited about. Yeah. Okay, so I will let you know how that works out, but I will give it a good amount of time. Probably 2 to 3 weeks, depending on how it goes, and then I will come back to you and let you know how these products are. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. This has been Mary with Reviewer's Diary, and have a beautiful evening. Good night.